Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will continue to draw a very simple flipbook. First, we draw two square locks in this area of the template. The two locks can be placed closer together so that the animation effect will be more obvious when turning the pages. After the draft is finished, we use a signature pen to draw the correct pattern. Our template is now complete. It only takes 1 minute, which is faster than expected, and very cool. Draw two smiley faces to make the locks more interesting. Okay, the template is done. So let's start drawing the flipbook. The animation I envisioned is that the lock suddenly jumps up and hugs another lock in a quiet state. So I need to repeat this pattern 3 times to represent the quiet state. Of course, you can also draw 4 or 5. So it depends on how much time you are willing to spend and how patient you are, because it does not affect the development of the story. Okay, now we start drawing the animation part. This lock remains constant during the animation, so we need to draw it again on each page. We want to make this lock move, so next, let's see how to make this little animation. At this position, we make a mark and then rotate our paper with this mark as the center of the circle. Each rotation distance is about 1 ti. Here you can see that the two locks are no longer on the same plane. Next, we continue to use the same method to process the rest of the part. Sorry, I forgot to mark the points on the template when I drew these 2 pages. But I soon realized this problem, and I added the points marked on the template in the following production. Yes, that's it. Continue to use this method to complete the following page. However, it requires a little patience from us because it looks so simple, and it is actually very simple. At this point, we can slowly open the lock. So in the following painting, we need to pay attention to 2 places. One is the rotation of the lock, and the other is the lock slowly opening. I believe this is not a difficult task and can just be easily complete. Okay, after drawing this page, our first part of the animation is over. This part is mainly to draw an animation of the lock tilting back and opening the lock. Let's check what the effect is. Not bad, pretty close to what I expected. Now let's start drawing the second part of the animation. So the lock quickly comes back and locks another lock. Doesn't it sound interesting? One lock locks another lock. Is my bird hungry? He is so energetic. We use page 9 as a template to make the second part of the animation. There is a small change here. You need to tilt the lock back a little bit. See how I did it? It's actually very easy. You just need to rotate it a little bit. This is the secret. It's not as difficult as you think. Why do we draw this small chain? The purpose is to add some interesting details to our animation so that it will not be so dull when it is animated. Yes, just some details as you get more and more interested in just animation. You will find that adding these details will make our animation richer and more interesting instead of dull and mechanical. This is also the reason why I like the fun of drawing flipbooks. It will always surprise you and move you. Okay, we only need to draw 3 pages for this little detail. Now we want to make the locks move quickly so that they lock together. To show this fast movement, we only need to put 3 pieces of paper. Let's see how we do it. This point can be drawn slightly higher to make it appear as if it is jumping up, while rotating the angle of the paper back to about halfway. That's probably it. Use the same idea to make this page, but the locks are a little closer. The picture on this page now shows two locks connected. In order to be more accurate and avoid mistakes, we can draw a sketch with a pencil first. They are not locked at the moment they touch each other. Of course, this is also a small detail. After confirming that the position of the draft is correct, you can use a signature pen to draw the correct picture. We can add another detail here. The lock was hurt, so he frowned and looked a little unhappy. Well, now we are going to draw two locks locked together. So again, we can start with a pencil sketch. This is what I said. If we're not sure, we can use a pen to draw a draft first so that we can keep revising it. Just like now, I have actually made a mistake. Fortunately, I used a pencil and I still have time to modify it. In fact, I made several mistakes when drawing this flipbook, but this is normal. Unless you are a very experienced veteran, it is normal to make some mistakes. Okay. Now, our two locks are locked tightly together, so they are in love. And the book is finished here. I suddenly had an idea. So I hope that when they're together, a heart will appear in the picture, which may better express what I want to convey. So I repeated this page, and later you will see how I present the heart shape in the book. I like beautiful things, and I hope that people can love each other, respect each other, and tolerate each other. I think everyone should have the same idea. I drew 6 more pages. Of course, I could have drawn more, but I felt that 6 pages was enough to express my love, so I didn't continue. I plan to start showing the hearts from the time they are locked together, which is page 16. pages, 16 to 20, are the same size, starting with page 21. I cut the size in half and page 22 in half. Again. Okay, now let's take a look at this flipbook. We've drawn a total of 24 pages. We created a template, of course. I made a lot of mistakes.